everybody. Today, how would you like to try some beefy noodle casserole? What I have here is I have 2.25, 2¼ pounds of 93% lean ground beef. I got half a pound of sharp cheddar that we're going to be grating up. I got a 10-ounce bag of chopped onions. I know my stomach's going to disagree with that, but I just love onions. So anyway, 10-ounce bag of chopped onions, 2 12-ounce bags of peas and carrots frozen, and we're going to probably use about 2 cups of frozen corn. We've got our egg noodles, 2 cream of mushroom soup, 2 cans of Campbell's, and we're going to put some beef bouillon in there for a nice little beef flavor. It's going to be a pretty simple recipe. So first thing I'm going to do is take my ground beef. We'll get that into my Dutch oven, and we'll take our onions, put those in with the beef. We'll put that on high, and we're just going to brown that ground beef. Okay, that's browned up there, and the onions are soft, so I'm going to add a ½ tablespoon of beef bouillon to the ground beef. Just give it a little beefy flavor to that. Stir that in. This is very lean ground beef, so I did not drain it. If you use like an 80-20 mix, you might want to drain the excess fat off of that. Alright, so I got 2 generous cups of frozen sweet corn, 2 12-ounce bags of peas and carrots, frozen, give that a good mix. Now I don't add any salt to this. I mean, the bouillon's probably got salt in it, because yeah, the first ingredient, salt, because I'm on a low sodium diet. But you could salt and pepper this to your liking if you like. But I think the cream of mushroom soup is going to add a lot of flavor to that already anyway. Alright, I got my big pot on the stove over there. I'm going to boil up my 1 pound bag of egg noodles. Get those ready. While that's going, I'm going to bring this up to temperature, and I'm going to reduce the heat on this and just let it simmer away until the noodles are done. Okay, my noodles are finally starting to bubble away over there cooking, so let's get in here and add our almost final ingredients. 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, into the pot. Just like that. Let's get that kind of mixed in there. Now we got this on a very medium low. Just kind of simmering away. And to that I'm going to add 1 cup of milk. Alright. We're going to take our grated cheese and I'm going to take half of that cheese and kind of mix that in. Let that get all melted in it. Oh yeah, that's looking good. We want to keep enough here to garnish 2 9x13 casserole dishes. Alright, we'll let that keep going on low till my noodles are done, and I'll be right back. This is the point where you taste that and see if it needs anything, and I'm going to put another half a tablespoon of beef bouillon in there. See if that makes it a little bit more beefy. Bearing in mind, I have not put any other seasoning in this at all. And that tastes pretty good, but I think it needs just a little bit on top of that. Let's give that a taste. Yeah. Just a little bit of extra beefy flavor to that. Alright, there they're done. My egg noodles are done. That was the whole bag and drained. So let's go ahead and turn this off. And let's start putting that in over our noodles. That's a big, heavy Dutch oven cast iron, so I like to empty most of it out before I dump. Just because it's so heavy. Let's give that a stir. Oh yeah. Look at all that deliciousness and steam coming off of that. Give that one last stir. That is looking good. Okay, let's give these casserole dishes a little spray. And we're just going to evenly distribute this between the two. Now my oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. Now the only thing left to do is just sprinkle some cheese on that. Now I'm going to pop this in my 350 degrees oven for about 30 minutes till that's all bubbling and nice and golden brown and melted. And I'll see you in about 30 minutes. And there we have it. 30 minutes in the oven. All that cheese is melted on the top. Looking golden brown on that. And looking delicious. Bubbling away in there. So I'm going to let this cool down. And we'll get it trayed up. But it's really too hot to mess with right now. So I'll probably let that cool down a little bit. We'll come back and I'll show you me traying it up. So I'll see you then. Okay, it's cooled down a little bit. It's getting kind of late at night. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying this out. So my goal is to get 3 trays of 2.5 pounds, which will give me 10 meal pouches. Does that look good or what? That look delicious. I snuck a little taste from the corner there, and it's good. So I've kind of been going on my casseroles. Seems like I use 1.5 9x13 to fill my trays, which always leaves me quite a bit left over for my dinners for the week, which is really nice. We'll have to see if this works out the same. Can never guarantee that. .27. .36. .47. There's 50. All right. Kind of spread that out nice and evenly. That's a pretty full tray. But that's my 2.5 pounds. I'm not going to have a lot left over, it don't look like. Alright, got my divider set up in 10. Press those in there. Kind of cut that into nice 10 even squares. Put that there for now. Get another one. Do up them next. So I'll get these trayed up. We'll get them into the freezer. Get them frozen solid. Once they're frozen solid, I'll fire up the freeze dryer. We'll stick them in the freeze dryer when it says to stick them in. And the next time you see these, they'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. So I will see you then. Well, there you go. 3 trays, 2.5 pounds each. I'm left with that much left over. That ain't even worth getting a dish dirty for. I'm going to eat it right out of there, and that'll be my dinner tonight. All right. Next time you see these, they'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I'll see you then. All right, here we go. 40 plus hours in the freeze dryer. My beef noodles are done. Nice and crunchy. So let's get them packaged. And everybody knows on my meal pouches, for me, a meal is 3 squares. So we'll take 3 squares, put them in the pouch, and I'm going to just break them up just a little bit as I put them in. That facilitates being able to close the bag. As you can see, that's a very full bag. So we'll get these packaged up, and I'll be right back. All right, got them in the bag. Let's get our 300cc O2 absorbers. We'll pop one in the bag. And since this is so full, you got to kind of crunch it just a little bit to get the bag to ziplock shut. Which I like to do because that makes it a lot easier to seal it. Get a nice even seal on it. Let me get these done off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, light is going out, telling me my sealer is ready. Let's put my heat seals on there. Now I set mine about 125 and I look along the edge here and I see that melting. Then I know it's got a good seal on it. So let me get these sealed up and we'll be right back. Alright, there we have it. 10 meal pouches ready for storage. -1 because we're going to here very soon open one of those up because I'm hungry. But I do like to show my viewers how they're packaged and how we can open them up and rehydrate them in the field, like if you're camping, hiking or whatever, or an emergency situation when you don't have dishes. I like to demonstrate on every one of my videos how to rehydrate it in the pouch. So yes, that cost me about 50 cents for the pouch, you know, every video. So I know there's a lot of people think that's waste, but I mean, I think it's valuable enough to show you how the rehydration goes inside the pouch. For me, it works. So I'll see you very shortly because I'm hungry and we're going to have one of those pouches. I'll see you then. All right, you guys ready to see how this come out? Freeze dried? It was really good, fresh. Not a lot left over as I recall, but what was good. I enjoyed it. All right. Take out my O2 absorber. And we got that. So my standard is 3 squares is 3/4 of a cup of water. For me, when I rehydrate, pretty much the go-to is 1/4 of a cup per one of those squares from the molds, the dividers. So we put 3 squares in here, so I'm going to put 3/4 of a cup of water to start with. That's always a starting point. And this is hot water, almost boiling, straight from my Keurig. Let's seal that shut. And let that sit for 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes. All right, there we go. Been 2 minutes. Let's give that a nice little stir. It is looking good in there. Oh, smelling good too. All right, that tastes almost ready there, but there's just a little bit more time, I think. So we'll do 2 more minutes and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. There's my final 2 minutes. So that's been a total of 4 minutes of rehydration. So that's a good time to tell you about the pouch. I always like to tell you guys about the pouch, because I get these from topmylar.com, topmylar.com. And this is what they call their single meal pouch. It's 7 mil thick. It's shallower than it is tall, so it makes it perfect for eating right out of the pouch, which is going to be great for like your campers or hikers or office workers, or just in an emergency situation, or even in the evening when you come home from work and you want something quick. You can eat it right out of the pouch and you don't have to wash up any dishes. These bags are made for holding boiling water. If you go to their website, they'll tell you all about them. They're just a great product, a great company. I have been buying my bags from them for years, and they're my exclusive bag people that I go to, unless they have I need a size that's not, that they don't sell. But it's a high quality bag and very, very friendly people. So I highly recommend them. Topmylar.com. But for videos, we like to dish it up so you can kind of see what the product looks like. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Especially, I'm so hungry. I am hungry, and this is going to hit the spot. Beef noodles with plenty of beef and plenty of veggies. All right, so let's just dig right in. These were egg noodles. Oh man, they're so creamy. The noodles have come back perfectly. For some reason, egg noodles just always work. They always work very well. Egg noodles and angel hair. The ground beef and vegetables and that cheesy, creamy sauce is just delicious. No overwhelming of the spices on this dish. Actually very, very simple to put together. I'm super happy with it. Show you guys, just look at the texture and all that. Full of vegetables and meat and gravy, stroke sauce, and noodles. 3/4 of a cup of water created the perfect consistency on this one. I don't often plug the dividers that I use on my videos. Not because I don't like them. As you see, I use them just about everything I do. But I get those from freeze drying supplies. And if you guys go down to my description of this video, there's a link in there that if you order from that link, it kind of helps out my channel a little bit. And they're high quality dividers. I just love them. They're so convenient to use, easy to clean up. They snap together real easily, and you can make it anywhere from down like a 1.5 inch square to half a tray if you wanted to, you know, or 1/4 of a tray. Anywhere in between. They're just perfect for dividing your trays out. And anybody who's watched my videos know that I divide my trays, which is a medium Harvest Right tray, and I have the 4-shelf freeze dryer. So I divide those. I take 3 trays, divide those each into 10 squares. And so for 3 trays, that's 30 squares, and then I use 3 squares per meal, so that makes 10 meals, which is a perfect way to package my meals because my O2 absorbers, again, I order these from topmiler.com. They come in packages of 10. So I really don't end up with any extra O2 absorbers. I get 10 meals out of it, 10 meal pouches, and they're very hearty meals, plenty of food in there, just perfect all the way around. So just to remind you, if you use that link in affiliate link for freeze drying supplies for the dividers, that does help the channel. But as far as this beef noodle goes, you can't go wrong. This is so creamy, so perfectly rehydrated, and very appetizing meal. That's an easy one for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.